4 former senior UK Army officers called on Keir Starmer's government to impose a full arms embargo on Israel. The retired army personnel have also sought a ban on involvement with any Israeli-owned or Israeli-supported defense companies. The signatories of the letter to Prime Minister Starmer are retired Brigadier John Deverell, who served for more than 30 years in the British Army, Lieutenant General Andrew Graham, who was former Director General of the UK Defence Academy, retired Major General Peter Curry and Major General Charlie Herbert, who was a former senior army commander in Afghanistan. They are also signatories to this. In a letter to Starmer, the signatories said that despite the fragile ceasefire in place in Gaza, it is not the time to return to business with the Israeli government. In doing that, sanctions on the Israeli government must be increased. The signatories said that there should be no IDF officers on the UK military courses or visits by British defence officials to Israel. The officers also highlighted the rampant use of munitions by Israeli defense forces in civilian areas and said the evidence of war crimes was so well documented that UK should cut all military collaboration with Israel to avoid the charge of complicity. In fact, the officers said that the British contracted aircraft should not be used for any purpose connected with support to the IDF and that there should be a suspension of all military technology transfer. The British Army will decide next year whether to give a €2 billion contract to an Israeli defence company, Elbit Systems UK, which is a subsidiary of the Israeli defence company Elbit Systems. It's vying for a training contract by UK government to prepare soldiers for a future war. Now, Elbit Systems UK is part of a consortium of defence firms bidding for the 15-year contract.